activity. And as we go through, we will be able to see a lot of what Cheddy has done throughout his time.
Welcome. Good, thank you. Welcome. All right, the exhibition started with the blue. From the blue going this way. These are all new pieces that I've started the last couple of weeks. And I know the exhibition saying I'm good at. And I try to do things that I need to go. And again, most of the work is true. You know, and we started to put on what I did, but sure that I should come on. A lot of people think that they probably think I am the cool doctor. That's what I know you as. I mean, never let someone artist come trying to more or less let people know I'm studying like different guy. I'm music, and I'm blessed to be able to use my hands for the building like so. After that, people come along to see this thing that is a good thing for Angola on the road because I've been here for long years and actually the art has really made me, So we start with this piece, and you see how the piece of Driftwood. This one on Kiro. So Driftwood, the pelican, you know. When once you get
So how long does a piece like that take you to do?
really and truly what happens when you find a piece of driftwood and it has so much detail and looks so beautiful, you try to hold on to it. I go see this driftwood out on my bed. Then I just hang this up.
So the inspiration comes according to the shape of the
Yes, yes. So when you look when you have that shape, you wanted to make sure that you capture that. So somebody doing the post, then you get wow, you see it, you sketch it. You wait for the night to see the same thing. And then once
so you didn't really see a pelican as soon as you got it. But
no,
eventually.
Yes.
Over time.
Sometimes you're lucky.
Yeah.
Something you're lucky to you can't do it. Yeah. But most of the time, it takes some time to really figure it out.
Right.
So that's what the beautiful piece is. And I said pieces like this, we have made. Seen it before and seen what it is now. One look at how it happened. I'm sorry that I haven't really have pieces of source and a piece of wood prayer. So
Water.
Mr. Kuba, I'll be here in a minute. Yeah, you do. I'll be here in a minute. How's everything? I'll give you a little tour in a few minutes. I'm pretty good. What I would like to do is if I may get something to drink. Well, I'm resting me. I'm working for a second. But I will give you a photo. Okay? I beg you.
What do you think?
Yeah. No, I mean it shows a creative mind, because I would see driftwood, but nothing comes to mind.
Yeah.
I think that from now on, whenever I would find or stumble on a piece of driftwood, I know who to call.
Well, for years I've been seeing it, and when I see Driftwood now, I just think on Cheddy.
Right. There's nothing I could do with it. So I think it's a special talent, a gift. And to see the kind of work that he's doing is just simply amazing.
Very much so.
Very amazing.
Yes.
I was going that. I mean, this is a piece that I love. It's simple, and to be able to create a bird, and just simply, the fakeness of what it just a great piece.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah. I mean, after knowing what the wood was before and what it is now, I love it. I mean, all the pieces I love, I created. This is the write up about me in the past, and I have this piece on display that I'm going to look white old to this head. So over 35 years ago I did this. And it was a piece that I did just to see what people would react. And because I say that because I used to use it before as a base, like the dove as a base.
Yeah.
And people just love that. People just love the way it just come out as a beautiful. And there was
Like, I didn't see the face the first time I looked at it. I didn't see the face.
Yeah, that's the first thing I
So I was like,
When he was showing a little guy earlier, He asked the guy, "What you see?" Then he point to the eyes and say,
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. It's like a god or something.
Yeah, yeah, you know, it must be like I said, never doubt. I want many people come to buy it. I said no, you know, and really, you know, piece like that when I was doing it, maybe 30 years ago, it cost us $28.
Yeah.
Right.
I bought a couple hundred.
You know, because you know, like it just afterwards you were like, I feel have.
Is this in the genes? Do you see it coming up? Do you see any other younger generation, any other youngsters in Angola with this kind of eye or talent?
I haven't seen it, but hopefully we will see it. I'm actually, you know, this is the open place of it, and I just partnership with Chris. I'm gonna do something with Governor Headman.
What exposed you to this kind of stuff?
I say youngster, you know, I want to help my parents and God give me a gift. You know, I used to make little books using the matchsticks. You know, so I get a lot of licks with it because my mother bought matchsticks. I use all of it, you know, but it was found shapes and different things. Just one that it has some person that I've seen of Bob into
"The Carvin Brothers."
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, again,
He wouldn't know them.
it opened my eyes, and you know, it helped me. But at a very young age, man, there was nothing to do, and I think that I can listen back. I'm gonna open to do in a young salon.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It depends on that talent. See?
You know, I can teach them the basics, and then they can from me.
Right.
And if they can carry on, once you know the basics, that's it. You know, you study with the knives and so forth, because you know, the knives either you either bring it towards you or away from you, and putting use the toe finger as your protection, because when you skull, the blade does never touch here. So it looks, when you look at it, say, well, how come you get cut? But it's the technical holding knife, it just, blade never touch it. You know, so, you know, and then when you use that again, when you're going away from it, you're pushing against. So those are little things that we will teach them. You know, that's it. And I expect them to go across, well, roll this corner. So these are, you know, pretty much same something, birds, fish, so forth.
Chidi, could you tell us about that one?
Which piece?
This one up here.
The eel?
Yes.
It's anguilla. Okay. It's a piece of driftwood that, you know, when you
What you call that one?
What?
Which one you call that? What eel you call that one?
Moray eel.
The moray eel.
Moray eel.
Right.
Moray eel. You know, moray eel, this is nice. Nice flow. Detail, not as much. There's a little detail all here. But you don't really see it now, but there's a little detail all the way there. I sculpt a bunch of lines in there. It's all smooth. When you're looking at detail, this kind of structure, you find a piece of wood that be able to sculpt that movement, and then all these tools is just right. This piece, you know, because when you start to work on a piece of this, maybe I see the face, but as you keep on going and then see the tools keep appearing, you know, and that's where the beauty. Then the piece I really love to do, because I know where it starts, and maybe what I should have pictures showing before and after, you know, but. So this, and again, I said, go again. We have this is normal sea stone. Normal sea stone serum. Cut it, polish it.
So you carve those two as well?
Yes. You know, I call this piece what beach bomb, I think it is, but it's just a piece of stone and just sculpted.
Right.
Polish it. This again, interesting. These are composition pieces. You wouldn't. The more you look at it, say, wow. You know, the tools, the little one there. You know, but again, having that flow of driftwood around is what makes it so beautiful.
Right.
It looks, you know, when you look at it, you think, wow.
That's a nice piece to have at a coffee table.
Yeah.
Centerpiece.
And I must talk about this piece. I mean, this piece, you know, this piece with all the scraps that from all the work I was doing, that fell on the ground, I make a nest. I put them together, right? And this is a bird I make seven. I just push it there. So I call it nesting. So these are all scraps.
You'll never know that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a piece again I can talk about, because knowing what it was before and going together.
Yeah.
Just
Nice man. Yeah, you're blessed with a gift.
yes, I'm thankful. Okay, the
Cheddy,
exhibit is
apart from sculpting wood, what about glass and plaques and those things?
glass and plaque is anybody can do it. You know, I ain't gonna talk about glass and plaque today, but we're talking about. I'm here to.
I just talk about your business.
Yeah, but if we can talk about this another day.
All right. Okay.
You know, glass is crystal. That's a whole ball game.
Okay.
You know?
So we got a
Yeah, because they can do anything in glass. But doing it right in the glass and shape design. This is something more creative.
Okay, I got you.
I want to stick with it.
Yes.
You know?
All right.
I mean, the galaxy, you go in there, you see that, you know. But we want to talk about it, there's somebody to do.
So from today, each and every single piece of wood we have here is for sale except for the one, the 30-year-old one.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Good to know.
Lady Kira is the one that, you know.
This one is not for sale either.
It's already sold.
It's already sold.
All right, there's a lot of people, but please don't go. Have a good evening. I'll beat you in a little bit. Let me talk to other people. How you doing?
Okay.
Welcome.
You know.
All right.
Yes, folks. You was hearing the master himself, Cheddy Richardson, master carver, responsible for all of this driftwood that he has on exhibition today.
Okay. Welcome. You said our guest book, okay? Yes, the guest book side. Okay. this is where the exhibit starts. I didn't tell you. Alright, this is where the exhibit starts. All the blue, we're wrong, all the details stuff like that. Okay? Probably say this is let me be right. Yeah, sure. But guess what? Fight tools. Because I was trying to create fight tools that I get more better fight tools. So, you know, all the most of what is low. I think part of the people like the big thing, you know, what on what do you call this? I used to, yeah. You know, done, you know, a couple years ago. And yeah, so again, this is something no. So I say, you know, it's so details. Yeah, and the birds are great. I mean, yes. So, you know, this is one of my favorite pieces because this is great for picture that if somebody else, that's it. Yes or no? That's it. So you want to know what you can read that. This piece was no way to see here. One of the first piece I did it before. You know, I don't want to show here. People can know that it is. I kept it this way, so that'll be this one part of the frame of the yeah, all this on the side is all good. You know, so all of the pieces I said are this. Then we come around here, we have, so these pieces are incredible. Kind of candy, bird, do stuff. You know, because like looking at you know, all of these pieces, you know, have a nice flow to it. You know, I just, it's a coral, yes. Where again, you know, it's sculpted parts of coral, just in the driftwood, and leave it all natural. You know, coral is much harder to deal with. Very brilliant, very careful of what can happen. Okay. And this piece of the bird, you would amaze this piece was all the scraps from whatever you want to put the pieces and put it together and make it a nest. And then this piece is just sitting there. And all of them talk money. All of them talk money. I'm not gonna say this to you right now. Every piece has its own feel. This piece has its own feel. So I'm happy about all the pieces. And there must be one piece. And all of them, when you're working, you can't get to this spot and you get this piece and like makes you move forward. And listen, all of them. So and this is there, and here, and this is there. It's a coral again. It's a coral again. This is the sea stone. That's a stone in front of the beaches. I just sculpted in this all polish. That's okay. So I mean, so the exhibit that's it. No, so no, I didn't. And no, you didn't. No, but these are three.
Yes.
All of them had it. All of them had it. This one. Yeah. But there's also a piece that here might be crazy of you see this? This is also nice. It's a different song.
Yes.
Driftwood, they just boom. Yeah, that's the one. No, yeah, thank you. That's it. So, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's just, it'll have some movement to it. Yeah. I'll be not sleeping. Oh, let's take out of using this number. This piece is, I saw something that's very good. And I started, I will able to see more. See, like, this one has big, that is big. You don't find a piece of big that, you know, you get so much extra. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. That's something. Yes, I know. Honestly, I know. You know, since you saw that to me, that's it's cool. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Do you know what you mean? Right. I'll give you a minute. Let me just. Okay, look for my eyes. Yes. Congratulations, Michelle. This is absolutely.
It is.
What do you mean you got me on TV too?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh no, I don't want to be on TV. How you doing?
That's a bomb.
Gary Cooper, how you doing, man? Good? Alright. Gary Cooper, how are you?
Good evening, Cardell. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Yourself?
All right. We've had a few minutes to walk through
Right.
this beautiful art display. What's your opinion?
It's very interesting. A lot of nice sculptures, and I've seen it extended beyond just his regular woodwork, what he does. So he's now into different cups, hats, embroidery. But it's amazing to see the production that he's doing here.
You know, we go to the beach and we see driftwood and we kick it, or we use it for fire to roast fish or whatever.
Right.
But Cheddy goes to the beach to see driftwood, he see art.
Yeah, you're right, because I remember as a little boy going on the Forest Bay and we see this driftwood and we would play with it, but now we're actually seeing it, come to life, and it's really amazing of what he's doing with this kind of wood. And it's even great to see what he's doing with the boat, the little model boats that he has here. So that is good.
It's really beautiful, and it's a way to inspire the younger ones also.
Right, most definitely.
Yeah, I know you have to be even short down. What encouragement would you give to young lives?
Well, I always encourage people to find a niche, find a craft that they like, and you just harness that and you develop that. So that's something I always encourage people to do, young people.
All right, Carl, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lloyd.
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing some stuff because next year I want to, my journey. Oh, I'm not happy about that too. Because we spoke the last time. I'm actually finding the best thing I have from Misha and Alan and G.
Would every a little bit?
Sorry? Oh, sorry.
The camera.
You mean I should be aware? I mean, you would talk to me? You talk to him?
Yes.
No, I don't want to talk. You're me.
It's good to do that for
I know you.
I'm not hearing you.
I said I know Kyle. So I'm gonna say I'm Kyle. Good evening and welcome to Driftwood Haven.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and you've had an opportunity to go around with Cheddy. What's your opinion? What's your take back?
Right. I mean, it's mind blowing. It shows a different level of creativity. It shows, the artistic side of people, because this is not a normal talent. I go to the beach a lot. I walk the coastline, and I would normally see interesting things, interesting shells, interesting pieces of wood and rocks. But I just collect them, and there's nothing else that I would do as an ordinary person. But somebody like Cheddy, he has a different creativity that's up here that I don't have and that most people don't have. So I just find it to be very unique, something that we need to really treasure and celebrate and promote. I asked him the question if it's hereditary. I wanted to know if he's seen it in anybody else, whether youngsters coming up in the school program or someone in his family. But he said no. So, I'm hoping that at some point in the future, it can be a class. Every now and then there can be specific training as it relates to sculpting and just being able to see a driftwood and turn it into something else. I know we have a lot of artists that would do the canvas and do different things, but this is a different level. So, I'm sure there are creative minds out there that are young that just need the exposure in the teaching So I hope it's something that over the years to come, that Cheddy himself can take it to the schools, do some classes, even right here, every now and then, some workshops. I think workshops and classes inspire people. So it's something that he should look into.
Just a quick thought too. He can even go have competitions in the schools to see who can come up with the best sculpture.
Yeah.
In terms of it.
Yeah. And there's sculpture in fruits. You go to the hotel and you see fruits being sculpted. There's sculpture in coconut shells. So like you said, it would be a good thing to do some competitions and have some old coconut shells to start with. So maybe that's something that we could talk to Cheddy about.
Yes, I think so because it's a talent that isn't that replicated here in Anguilla.
Right.
We know that Carvet Richardson, Rollins Richardson's brother,
Yeah.
he used to teach. He does a bit of sculpture too, but
Oh.
not at this level. And when he made mention, when I shouted out the Carvin brothers, they preceded Cheddy. They used to make boats and other things.
Right.
And he made mention of that he got in trouble with his mom and he used the matches to make boats. And that's something that I'm not seeing in these days being carried on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 little kids, and I don't limit them. When I see them, collecting shells and rocks and sticks, and probably sometimes wasting, maybe something that I have home, I allow them to do it because as kids they're exploring.
Yeah.
So don't limit kids' explorations.
They say a word wasting. It's not wasting, they're
Right.
practicing.
Right. That's
Yeah.
why I don't limit them.
Yes.
So sometimes there's a cost to that.
Yes.
But those are things that you don't stress about, you don't worry about. You allow your children to explore and learn
Yes.
and be themselves.
And when they see they did something good, it's going to encourage them even more.
Of course.
Within themselves, not with anyone helping them or pushing them, but it's
Right.
going to encourage them more.
Right.
Yes. Kyle, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
Driftwood Haven.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yes, folks. We're here at Driftwood Haven. Hi. Where Cheddy, his newest exhibition is being held now, and you see there are lots and lots of people in here viewing his exhibits, and there are 2 pieces in particular that aren't for sale. His first piece that he carved some 35 plus years ago, and then there's a carving done with a coral that is also not for sale, which has already been sold, but everything else here is for sale. You're accustomed to this.
They go in there. Got it.
Good afternoon, evening, my friend.
Good evening, Lloyd. How you doing?
I'm great. Kari, I know that you frequent Cheddy as your friend, and you all speak a lot. But why does today seeing so many folks around here viewing? What does that mean for you?
Well, I'm very impressed naturally with Cheddy. Again, a lot of the work, some of the work that would have happened in West End that I've been involved with over the last 10, 15 years, Cheddy has actually been the architect behind it, the design of whether it's the wells, the welcome sign and the likes, and we've got much more to do. But what is very impressive about Cheddy is that from a very young child, he had this natural ability. He's done so much himself over a period of time. But I think when persons walk around here, you often talk about, to some people, there's no junk. And I think to Cheddy, there is no pieces of just wood or driftwood. It is an art waiting to be carved out. And I think that's the beauty of it. I think everybody who comes through here today would think that, I wish I thought of that, or I didn't realize that existed. But I think he paints a picture through the carvings that he does to suggest to people the next time you look at a piece of driftwood, you see a piece of art. It's almost like a diamond. Until you polish it, it's cold until you polish it. But I've always been very impressed with Cheddy, and in everything that he's done, he's been someone that has been very instrumental as a leader, very innovative, and I think they were the Domino Club. He would have taken, his team up to England, to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and the likes. He's organized boat races here in Angola. So I think he's plus the work that he's doing with the pools and just as an entrepreneur, very impressive.
Not just pools, but the flows.
I know. Again, he's very innovative, and you would think that, in fact, someone of his talent, they just can't retire. They just need to go on and do something else. He's done this before, but people are always looking for what has he got to show me
Yeah,
next.
he said to me and he called me, he said, people thought that I done, but I want to show them that I still here.
Listen, until Cheddy is 6 foot under or in the coffin somewhere, he's never done. Because when most of us are sleeping, Cheddy's actually out there carving. Because this type of work here doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
He's obviously been putting time and
He says
effort into
sometimes he
it.
get up like 3 o'clock in the morning with an idea in his head,
Right.
and he goes to work.
Right, and you know what is interesting about that? You'll find him during the daytime. He's got a team of workers, but in his downtime, I think that's his therapy. He finds time to take. He sees a piece of wood, and he can make it into something that everybody can say, "Wow!" And I think someone who's very much an introvert normally, but this is his element. He's quite happy to paint people a picture.
Yes, very much so. Kari, it was nice talking with you, and I know you have another engagement coming up just now, and
I know that I'll see you there as well.
I would hope so.
Yeah, all right, Lloyd.
Yes.
Thank you for what you do, as always.
All right, Kari.
All right.
All right. Kari.
Yeah, I can do that. How are you?
What's your favorite? Look on this side. What's your favorite? Tacos? Yes. Right. Oh, okay. That's a nice one. Yes. Yes. Detail and that. Yes. You know, each piece is different. And I see you have you have an artist? Yeah? Okay. You paint? I see this is thank you for the information you put on my yes. Nice. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't buy a real gift. That's good. Everything is good? You know me? What's my name? Pardon? Want a talk? Give a talk? I get a lot of
Folks, we got here browsing around. We have a famous connoisseur, a wine specialist. I think that name is too small for him, but one of the best you can find in the wine industry, and not just in the wine industry, because he also very well is a very good decorator, and by in the name of Albert Late. I'm gonna try. I know it's difficult getting him on camera, but I'm got Albert. I just want you to put on this perfume, and
Oh dear.
um, don't run, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
I'll try not to.
Yes, Albert. You've been here for a few from early on, looking at the exhibition. In your opinion, how impressed are you?
Oh, I am absolutely impressed. This is quite remarkable. I mean, outstanding. Now, I've been to a lot of art galleries in many parts of the world, and I think this is to the standard we have, whether you're Rome, wherever. This is absolutely outstanding. It's remarkable. I think that I hope that Angolians will appreciate this. And, this is, to me, this is an important chapter in our history and what we do. And I hope that even for us, when we're in the restaurants, when we're serving our guests,
Yes.
that we could talk about this as a bit of history with love, with enthusiasm.
Yes.
Because I think this is absolutely fabulous, and this is something that we got to talk about. We have to encourage all visitors to come and tour this place. This is supposed to be on the to-do list of visitors to Anguilla.
Yes, and as you said, to-do list for visitors of Anguilla. He is now partnering with I think with Quest. So you are right on.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Brilliant. No, definitely. And I love it. Well, cheers to Cheddies.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Albert, thank you because I know you're not a camera guy, but your thoughts and your opinion is very important.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Albert.
All the best.
Thank you.
Where I got?
Worldwide.
Huh?
Worldwide.
Come here. Everybody talking about rags to riches. But rags to riches is not by luck.
By hard work.
The sea coral. That's a sea coral. And be able to stop that fish any coral. I mean, you want to know what tools use. If I tell you tools use to carve it on themselves alive, I can burn them. Just being able to just make the risk. So it's for everyone. But able to X the risk and able to start. That's what I've read. You know? It's amazing, but I say it's just about the technique and use of the tool. After you see it, you got always there and just move on. This is the story you see around the place, on the beach. There's story where this time of day. You see this all the time. You don't know that it's so big. You touch it. You see the legs. The same concept. The same concept of the Driftwood, but it's just, you know, so again, that's the cause. And again, we have some, all these pieces again, same Driftwood, but all the pieces you see like, Arusa, and this, be able to capture that. This piece actually, you would have said, but then, it was it's always,
So that's what I mean. Are you on the tip of that? I use that to try to hide it. Okay.
Good evening. What We Do in Anguilla
Yes,
and
sir.
Quest.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
I know you do a lot of tours. You engage a lot with guests.
Yes.
This art exhibition, how can you enhance your tours based on what you're seeing? First of all, based on what you're seeing, what's your impression on this exhibition?
Well, my impression of it is really that creativity takes many different forms, and this in itself is creativity at its finest because it is a taking of something, an inanimate object that has no meaning to anyone, that is basically trash of the sea or of the land, and making it into something that is representative of Anguilla. And so you have carvings that I personally wouldn't have seen a piece of wood on the side of the road and said, oh, that looks like an eel. But we have an eel, or we have birds, we have people and faces as well. And I find that to be a very profound thing through creativity. So, how I can see us collaborating, which is something we've already been working on since last year, is carving a carving experience with the artist Cheddies, and he will be teaching people how to carve.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and they can walk away with their own pieces, made their own selves with an exceptional, world-renowned
Carver.
carver
Yes.
like Teddy. You know, who better to be taught by than the artist
Artist
himself?
himself, exactly.
You know, so that's why one of the things we're already working on, and we also have our island tours as well, where we drive around the entire island and give people a better understanding of the history of Anguilla and so forth. So adding this location as a potential stop is also one of the ways that we can let persons get a view of the art, even get to meet the artists themselves, and potentially buy the art as well. Because the no better thing to do than to support the artists and their creativity by purchasing what they have created.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about this artwork in particular, no two pieces are the same.
Not, nope, could never be. It really could never be. Every single one of them is an idea that was conceptualized specifically for that piece of wood.
Yes.
So there's no other replica. There's no one copying it. You can't do a print of these things. So on that basis, it is unique.
You know, you go in a boutique, you might see two dresses of the same. You might see two hats the same.
Yeah.
But you come in Driftwood Haven, you never see two pieces the same. You might have two different. You might have two doves. You might
Yeah.
have two pelicans,
Yeah.
but they're never the
They're
same.
never the same. Never the same. I think that's a beautiful thing because when you purchase something from here, it is your own and only yours because no one else will go down the road and say, "Oh, I have the same piece." No, you could never. You really could never.
I have a piece look something like
it,
that.
it could look like it, but
Yeah.
it's never the same thing. The only thing that is the same is who created it.
Yes.
That's the only thing that you can say is the same.
It is.
Yeah.
But I find, you know, that he has a remarkable creative mind.
Oh yeah, I think so too. And for me, as someone who views himself as a creative, I find it to be very inspirational. You know, to see what comes from the mind of somebody like Chedi, who has been carving from since he was a boy, and to this day is still being creative. You know, people generally kind of think that being a creative person wanes off of you over time because of age, but really and truly, all of us are the same child that we were when we were growing up, just in a different body.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was nice speaking with you,
Thank
and
you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
all the best for your endeavors. We have What We Do in Anguilla, which is
Marketing company. We have the magazine. We do a wide range of marketing services from photography, videography, right up to graphic design. So,
and what is Quest?
and Quest is a tour operation company, and we do unique, bespoke experiences that are catered around Anguilla and its culture. and we want to ensure that it's immersive. We want people to really get a better understanding of Anguilla, what it has to offer in a packaged way that is accessible online. People can book online, book ahead, and get a better understanding of what Anguilla means to us as locals.
And you do collaborate, right?
Sorry?
You do collaborate.
Yes, yes, we collaborate with other persons who offer experiences, and essentially creating a hub for experience in Anguilla.
Yeah.
So people could do experiences like our upcoming carving experience that we'll be doing here at West End at Cheddies, and they can make kites. They can go out with Junior.
Yes.
They could
and,
do a wide range of
Stop
it.
building kites. When is that coming up?
Well, we're doing it all the time. Once people book, we're doing it. We had two children join us on Monday on Soul Bay to make and fly kites, and those kites that they made, they get to go home with them.
Wow.
So that's a nice souvenir for them to go
Yes.
home with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all the best and
Thank you so much. A pleasure speaking with you.
likewise.
Yes. All right. Good sir. Okay.
We have another celebrity in the house. And may I please?
Of course.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, Lord.
And,
Good evening, viewers.
Yes. And I know you've been here for not from the beginning, but short after this when it opened the exhibition. And what's your impression so far?
Well, I have not been by Cheddies place since, unfortunately, for quite a number of years. I want to say over 10 years, but I'm very impressed by some of the work. In particular, I love some of the bronze work. I'm not sure if you can see the dolphin in the back of me in the focus.
Yes.
Since I've been here, I saw another two pieces similar to that, but not the same. I love it. I love it. Even some of the drift work is eye-catching. It's very much of a talking piece. So it's like if you take it home, it's a conversation piece. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, where did you get this? What is it?" It's very intriguing.
And
Yeah.
for me, every piece that I see is so different,
Yes.
but so real.
Yes, yes, very much. So while I'm talking to you, let me just give you an example of this eel that's here. So, I mean, you would never think that from the driftwood he would find a specimen of an eel, or I don't know if it was carved or if it came this way. And then he just put in the features of the eel. But again, a conversation piece. So you put this on your coffee table with some Anguilla books, and somebody comes and say, "Oh, where did you get that?" And you got it from my Cheddies. It's very interesting. It looks simple, but you can see that work and care and dedication was put into making each and every piece. Everything is so individual. Everything just looks personalized, like he found the driftwood and just found what it's supposed to be, It's not like he put a turtle on it. It looks like the turtle grew within the driftwood and he just carved it out, niced it up, and made it a piece.
Yeah. I think in reference to it's not that many of us here in Angola that does this. I think that we should introduce it more into the schools.
Yes.
It does not have to be in the curriculum, but it should be a one-off per month or whatever. What's your opinion on that?
Absolutely. I actually did arts and crafts with Mercedes Fleming in school
Yes.
and with Bobby Gum.
With Octavia
Oh, yes.
Fleming.
So I had two of some of the best arts and crafts teachers. So I had teacher Bobby and I had Miss Fleming. And well, I can remember doing more or less batik, tie-and-dye, not so much of woodcrafts. I'm not certain if it's included in the syllabus, but I don't remember. It was a long time ago when I was in high school. But I remember doing batik in particular. I remember doing that. I got burned a few times because you use hot wax. But I don't remember doing woodwork. And if it's not in the syllabus, I do think that sometime during the term they should bring in some of these woodworkers, whether it's Mr. Devonish, Cheddy, and I'm not sure if you know that's Kiki, the taxi driver.
Yes.
He sits and he does some turtle dove.
Kiki, but we also have Covet Richardson, Rollins Richardson's brother,
That's
Miss Jacob's husband.
Miss Jacob's husband.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
Oh, didn't see you learn something in Angola every day. But I was actually reading Cheddy's biography. It's right on the
It's
door,
amazing.
and it said that he's self-taught.
Yes.
That is amazing, and he started from the age of 9. So I mean, we have so much untapped arts, so much potential here in Little Anguilla. And if you were to show the viewers his biography, he even got awarded by CNN as one of the Caribbean's best artists.
Yes.
That is something that I did not know, and that is something that I think we all should know. So it's just a wonder. It's just such a privilege and an honor to be here among an artist like Cheddy, and just it's more or less a lot of networking that's going on as well. I'm from Beach Happy. We're located in Blowing Point.
And what do you do? What do you do at Beach Happy?
At Beach Happy, we have beachwear, beach gear, and souvenirs. So anything that you want to take to the beach, from inflatables, sunscreen. We also have hats, t-shirts, kids to adults, swimwear, and a few little island collectibles. We have more or less not the regular souvenirs, but locally made souvenirs. So we have like the hot sauce, we have local made candles. So stop by anytime, open Monday to Saturday.
All right, it was nice talking with you.
Thank you so much for your time, Lloyd. Enjoy the rest of the showcase.
Thank you.
Much less.
Three.
Right? 4. 4 years. 4 and 5 years. So the fact is the way that that piece. And I still have
you
this big, you know, so you look at what I did then, what I'm doing now.
To do what?
To be in front of the camera. You should know that people with 3 cameras don't like being in front of the camera. You can't see something I
And I was wondering, just look at what
That's all. And then told me up here. The summers up here. So as I keep walking, you start to see different things. Knowing the detail.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I see you are with a camera, a Nikon to be exact.
Yes.
I'm a Nikon guy myself.
Okay.
Yes. So I see you've been taking a lot of photos of the exhibits. What's your impression of today's event?
I have a dual feeling. I love seeing the art, which is amazing, but I have the most wonderful feeling for Cheddy because he's been working at it so hard, and finally, after all the other business he does, he's been able to get back to his art, which I've been hollering at him to do for a couple of years. And he's got he and I talk at 3 a.m. Sometimes I'm in the States, I'm here, and we talk together. And he goes, "You're awake at 3 a.m. too?" And he goes, "Yeah, because it's a time when the craziness of the world isn't around you. You can just concentrate on what you're doing with your art. You can think clearly without everybody else around you. The phone doesn't ring usually, and we can talk." And so, for me, Cheddy is a very special person. We have this unusual bond in relationship to art, it's for me today is a very special day because I'm very happy for Cheddy getting to this point, because I think it's good for his head and his soul to be going back to what he really loves the most, which is his art, and doing that again. And hopefully he won't stop. He'll just keep going. I mean, he's got so many businesses and so much work and so much. I don't know when he sleeps.
Would you say that this is part of his therapy?
In a sense, it's part of his therapy, but I think also as an artist, I find it just becomes second nature. It becomes part of yourself. So if you stop doing it, it's like a piece of you's missing.
Yes.
So in therapy, in a way, it's more like you become. I could do it in relationship to maybe to music. You have this rhythm in your head. You have these things that are going on in your head. You're hearing. When I work on art, I have music going all the time. I'll put music to photographs, and people will go, I don't understand the relationship. I said, you don't have to. Only I have to understand that relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, they said, so it's, and Cheddy and I have this long relationship with music in terms of the music of our heads thinking about stuff. At my house here, he's done 2 big sculptures on the roof over years, a few number of years ago. He's done a big hand that's supposed to, he still has to do one place which has a broken part in the bottom of the house where I want to have a piece of a foot and toes sticking out. So when everything's put together, there's the head on the roof.
Yeah.
There's the arm and the hand like this on one part of outside.
Yes.
And the toe over there so that it's a body trapped within a house.
Oh, clever.
So,
Yeah.
and so we've been doing this together for a long time.
Oh, that's so nice.
But Cheddy is a special person.
And then to be here now at this exhibit, you know, it makes it even more special.
But what makes him special for me is more than the art, is seeing how he's in his element.
Yes.
He's,
Today, listening to him, looking at his body language and everything, you know, he's so happy.
Right. Now this is it's good, and it's good for the community. It's good for the community. It's good for young artists in the area to see this going on and to realize. I mean, Anguilla's not a big place. I just talked to a young photographer here. I told him, I said, here's my email. Send me some stuff. I work with a college in the States that I graduated from in photography. And everything. I said, I'll hook you up to some things in the States. You know, you can get information. I'm on a not-for-profit magazine called Aperture in the States, which I said, I said, we'll do a lot of stuff with education. I said, I'll send you stuff. I said, but the thing to do as a photographer is remember, and as an artist, never let anybody tell you what's good or bad about your work. What you love the most is what's good. I said, because you want to develop your own eye. And if everybody else doesn't like it doesn't matter as long as you like it.
Exactly.
I said, I mean, I've seen photographers work and I go, and they go, oh, he's world famous. I said, no, I don't care. It's something I have to connect to. I have to do it. And I said to him, for me, art is always about, I hear music when I see art. I see art, photographs, something. I told him, I said, I'd love to get a group of people together here and shoot all 14,000 people, all the Anguillans, because his generations are disappearing.
You know what? That is a project that I have on paper.
Well, I talked to him. Maybe we can all get together because I go to a couple places and I go, can I come photograph? And they go, no. And I understand why, because for them, I'm a very, what am I doing in their backyard, basically?
Yes.
And I understand that.
That is a project I have on paper.
But it's worth doing. I said, you know, you can set up in different places, but then you have to go to some people's places, knock on their door. Can I take a picture of you? You stand inside your house or outside your house.
Yes.
Go where the fishermen are, shoot pictures of them down by the boats, things like that.
Natural, in their element.
In their element.
Yes.
I said, but
like
also
we're in our element here.
I said, and one place on Sunday at church, just people are coming out. I said, because think about this. What you're doing is you're creating this entire life story of Anguilla. And as people are born and stuff, you can just constantly add to it. But then you pick the pictures you love the best, and you do it as a book. I'm telling you, Anguilla is a unique place. It's unique. It's unique not just in the world, it's unique in the Caribbean for sure. It's a different feeling here than other islands. So,
yes, it is. Yes.
So.
I've lived here for a bit, and I've lived in other countries, and you know, it always feels so special when you return.
It is. I mean, as I said, it's a Of course, now, of course, with Mr. Trump in the States, I'm very much thinking about staying here without ever leaving again.
Well, it was nice speaking with you.
You too. Thank you.
On that very enthusiastic note. Nice for talking with us
You
here
too.
at Driftwood Haven.
And thank you. And you know, you see, now did you interview him yet?
Just now.
No, he's talking to you.
Yes,
He wants
the
to talk to you.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Lloyd.
I don't know if I should say junior or what, but
No. Jamie Hatch. Jamie D. Hatch.
Jamie D. Hatch.
That often say.
Jamie, of course you have seen some of this work before, right? But how does it feel for you this evening, going through, seeing so many people here browsing this enterprise?
I'd say the first thing is it's a pleasure to see Cheddy back in carving. He's been away from it for a while. And see him bringing back some new pieces to the forefront is extremely well. It says that his skill has not been forgotten, but it's been revived. The island has lost its artists over the years. And I think that Cheddy come back into art. He's ventured in so many things, from art, sculpture, to furniture, to concrete, to so many things, and all being the base of his love, passion. And to see Cheddy return, and the people that support this event is even more something that you can sit down and say, hey, art still lives in Angola.
Yeah, I remember when he called me about 3-4 weeks ago, mentioned that he's going to do something. He want to show people that he's still around.
Exactly, exactly.
To see him this evening moving through, how enthusiastic, how happy he is, explaining the different pieces. But in reference to the work itself, how can you explain some of this?
To be honest, I like to say that it's a skill. It's a skill that it's something that not everyone can do. I'm sorry, not everyone can do. But I think it takes a lot of love and dedication to know that you have a passion for looking at a piece of sculpture, a piece of wood, and then seeing a turtle or seeing a man, or in some instances a foot, right? And bringing that to life. He's not just making it in just the abstract sense, but making it in the area of saying, I'm bringing together a 3D image. In recent times, he had ventured into abstract, something unlike you've ever ventured before. And to see him master that skill, it's something to look at the artist and say, listen, he's versatile.
Yeah, I know most of us would go to the beach.
If not all of us.
Yeah, see a piece of wood, we'd use it for roasting fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Something else than what Cheddy would say.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I'll say this much, is that to see that someone is taking the art form from going to mahogany, because normally around the world you will see normally they'll use mahogany pieces of wood, cedar wood to do their art and their craft. Cheddy has redefined the idea of how you see driftwood. And I see why he named the place Driftwood Haven. He's seen it in a different light than anyone else would ever see it. And that's somewhere to start off at. It's an artist that's seen something different and kind of made that art form become life. So for me, that is all it is. It's about trying to see something that you've never seen. And all the time we sat down in some ways and we want to know that we are seeing Driftwood as it is. And today we're seeing Driftwood come alive. And the only place you'll find it in Angola, Driftwood Haven, the Cove, at Cheddies Enterprises.
Yes, and Cheddy is so unassuming, he's so cool, but then when you see the work that he produces, it's like, oh wow.
I like to say this much. That the ones that you don't think has talent, produce talent. And Cheddy has just not taken that art form and used it in Driftwood. He's actually bronzed Driftwood, done work in coral stone, and he's redefining his artwork every time he hits a new fleet. He's not going to stay stagnant. And as you can see around here, he's made from tables to cats to dogs And he's done it in stone, he's done it in coral, he's done it in driftwood pieces, and of course, mahogany and different rare types of light.
Yes, Jamie, it was nice speaking with you.
Of course, of
and,
course.
This beautiful exhibition, I know you've seen a lot of it before, but tonight or this evening is a very special night.
Yeah,
Thank you for
it is his
talking
birthday, and I think you want everyone to know about his birthday.
I didn't
See?
know that.
See? But we'll keep that secret.
All right. The one already knows.
Have a good one. God bless you. Take care. Bye.
And you are? It's recording live. It is? And you're gonna edit it? Yes. You better. Bring your Thank you. This is very, what's this?
It's a mic. Just go back a little bit.
I don't know what this is.
No, that's recording you.
I have to talk. It's a mic.
Yes, it's a mic. Just go back a little bit.
Believe it or not, I was in this business, but a long time ago.
What's your wine?
This is very special. Cheddy is a 15 years friend. He's a very special guy, extraordinarily talented. And it's so delightful to have a chance, being told a half an hour ago that this function was happening. It's so appreciative.
What do you think of the exhibits?
The exhibits are, as usual, fantastic.
They're exquisite.
Cheddy is an exquisite craftsman. And I told him a couple of years ago, you need to get back to your craftsmanship. Do the sculptures. It's okay, you can do the pool business. I understand, you make money, but this is special.
This is what made Cheddy.
This is what made you. This is fantastic. And it's so delightful that we have an opportunity to share this with you. And we've known you for a few years. We haven't bought as many things as you would like, but doesn't matter. It's very, very special.
Yes.
Thank you, Cheddy. It's fantastic.
All right, great.
You coach?
Yes. All right.
Now we've known you for a number of years. Special treatment. My friends are going to say, who the hell is that? Where the hell were you?
Mucho vino.
You can put like a piece of glass around. And you can sit and look and say, what do you see? I know. You sit right.
Eel right there.
Awesome.
Eel right there. Boobies over there.
That kind of looks like a fish coming out of the water, like, or a whale. It could be like a skinny whale coming up on its back.
Perfect.
I'll give you a shot. In a very casual
Say it again.
Back a little bit.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Lloyd. How
All
you
right,
doing?
great, great, Jose. You've been here for a little bit, right? And you've walked through a few. What's your opinion on what you're seeing so far?
I think what I've seen here tonight is is very creative. Coming from the hands of Cheddy. I never seen. I know him as a pool doctor, not so much
Oh,
a carving guy. You know what I'm saying? So
big surprise, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know he had a drift carving studio for a long time. I know him to, being into the carving thing, but I never saw this kind of display before. So this is my first time being exposed to this, to his creativeness, so to speak, and I'm really impressed from what I'm seeing here tonight.
Yeah, and the good thing is that you can now go out and tell other people
So most
what you've
certainly, yes.
seen. Yes.
Yes, yes, and I'm also in the hospitality industry, so I can always sell this, and promote his business, because I've seen how much talent he has.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. We go to the beach, we see the driftwood, we throw it away, but Cherry sees it as art.
yeah. What I see as garbage, you see as gold.
Yes.
So amazing.
There's a saying, what is one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah, I always heard that. That's a fact.
Yes.
That's true.
Anyway, Jose, it was nice speaking with you.
Pleasure. It was a pleasure, Lloyd. I'm really enjoying myself here and really impressed of what I'm seeing here tonight.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
All right.
You adjust. You we get to a certain point where it's not real.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Argue about stuff, and that's fine. Absolutely. But if someone else is interjecting stuff, that doesn't count. That is what you're saying. This is like, I have a problem. And I didn't imagine this a long time. To me, what's important. Every single person here is what
You look fabulous, girl.
Crazy here, don't care.
Lights, camera, action. Why not? Why not?
Hi. Why not? Hi, Lloyd.
Hi, good evening. And welcome to Driftwood Haven.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and I know you've been around viewing and taking in the different pieces. What's your opinion? What's your appreciation?
Ooh, well, I feel very honored and grateful to be in the company of such a talented artist.
Yes.
You know, and it's wonderful to find out more information about him and
Yes.
reading about his legacy and how long he's been doing this and how it's crafted and how he even uses his foot as a model for some of his structures and whatnot. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I'm honored to be here and happy to be here.
Yeah, and you know, what intrigued me is how much people are so interested in going, you know, examining the pieces. You know, it's like, wow.
I know, because they're works of art. They're like piece of natural wood that's being created into like this fantastic pieces of art. It's spectacular.
Yeah, for us, we see trash. Cheddies sees art.
You look at Driftwood as trash?
No, sorry. When we go to the beach, sorry, that's what I meant. When we go to the beach, at the shoreline, we see trash as a piece of wood. Sometimes we take that same piece of wood and we fish and we roast our fish. But for Cheddies, it's like, no. I see that can come alive.
Yeah, he sees something that we don't see.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the amazing beauty and talent that he has.
He's been given a gift.
Yes. Just a little different. My son and I were driving up about 4 days ago, and he said, "Papa, is why not a restaurant?" I said, "No, Papa, it's a T-shirt factory. They do T-shirts."
I'm not a T-shirt factory.
I know,
but I do T-shirts. I do.
Just want to give you that plug also.
What you have to do is come down, and then you can see exactly what I have and why not. I actually have some of Cheddies pieces as well.
Oh, nice. So I'll bring Jamai down, and he'll do the live. He'll do a live of the store.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. Anyway, it was really nice speaking with you because you know, you have that neck for quality and appreciation for it also, for art.
And I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. That was
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
We go around there and all these pieces the same, this piece, you know, it looks like a bucket, but this is the scraps of the pieces of wood that from all the pieces of wood, I just put them together. If this, if this wood was actually mixed up, and I had a passion. That's the game. If I got afraid that people would have taken up the fire, right? I just put it in this, you know, but that meant to the message just sitting there. So that's the story of
We'll just put this on for a few moments.
Right.
Good evening.
Hi.
And welcome to Driftwood Haven. I know that you've been walking around and examining the exhibits. What's your opinion and appreciation for what you're seeing?
Yeah, so I grew up on a lake in New Hampshire in New England, and I used to do a lot of snorkeling and everything. I always found unique pieces of driftwood. And so for me to then come to see something that I used to find driftwood and just stick it up on the wall, and then it's someone like Cheddies comes along and creates a beautiful piece of art for something as I can imagine that, oh, I could have found that under the water when I was growing up.
Yes, it's really amazing to see the fact that we see just as a piece of driftwood,
right?
But for Cheddies, it's art.
Right.
Yes, it's really amazing. And then to see that there are no two pieces the same.
Every piece is unique. And that's what makes his art truly unique, because it can't be duplicated.
Yes. You know, you might have two doves,
right?
But they're totally different.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have different eels. For example, you have the moray eel.
Right.
And then you have another eel.
Right.
They're all different, but they're eels.
That's right.
Yes. You have, so many different things that we can go wow over.
It makes it beautiful. I mean, to have that type of imagination, to see something and then later come back and turn it into a rooster or a manta ray or a fish. You have to have a creative mind for that, and he has an exquisite talent to bring it to life.
Yes. Anyway, it was really nice speaking with you, and do appreciate and continue enjoying the exhibits.
Thank you.
What time are you going to shopping?
Right. Thank you.
Okay, 6:00. Meet you in class when I go shopping.
Oh, yeah, can I have that?
Yeah. So 6:00, you're here to have a glass of wine and go shopping. Okay. Okay. It's a quiet area. Yeah, thank you. Keep up. Okay, 6:00, you have a glass of wine and go shopping.
Is it? Okay, the spectrum. See, I'm dyslexic, so it's not. Oh, yeah. I'm really trying. Okay, it says monster rat. It says monster rat. See, who's only dyslexic? Nobody knows. It is really cool. Teacher class. Are you serious? This is monster rat. It's like, Cheddies, you did that.
but you wouldn't want to break it.
Well, he's gonna be right.
Trying to get it into Canada is a little more of
Tariffs?
Well,
don't even start.
I don't want to even talk about it.
I know.
See that? See that?
Come on, it's a funny joke.
Not funny anymore.
Yeah. Cheddies.
You know,
Yes. You like
Yeah, I did my hair too. I clearly did my hair.
Nice to meet you.
John C.
already, let's take this stuff. Oh shit, I gotta get out of here.
You know.
We've been doing the same thing at our house. We haven't been to the beach though. It's been
We deserve
I know. It's very expensive.
See how hard it is there? See how neat that is? Yeah, like a bookcase at home, basically art pieces.
Hang on, one thing I want to.
Oh, great. Then you
No.
they were here when we got Patty.
So we have like, I don't know, which one you want to touch, because we got this like, fish in the I haven't seen all the fish.
Yeah, we got a lot of fish. Seriously? Did you get in the water? Oh, fish. Okay, yeah. Revenge, I saw them today. All on the beach. It's all like. Like the fish.
I also like the one that you.
Yeah.
When it's big. So what would you like us to do? Do you want to keep it here for the exhibition? Yeah, sure. I don't have any. I mean, you know how long, I didn't know how long that is, so you can. Yes. Or do you want us to like, we would have to like, take pictures. We would have to have it. If we can pause for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Show us.
Oh, you want us to go into class? Let me ask you. Actually, it's not. Alright, then let me ask you. Hold on, I'll be back.
No, you got the sheet there.
Maybe we should get that one. What do you
last one that I talked to my buddy took off the wall and said, come on, Jenny, that's perfect. And that was like 10 years ago. Did you see?
He's good. Yeah.
She's shocked actually. Okay, so. You liked it? You don't want to buy a book?
I didn't know if it's the exhibition. So the
Cool. No, that's great. I'm just curious.
yeah. So whenever you are sorry. But it will be here. But I'm really cool. So put your name. Well, we have to get the stuff on today. Yeah, so we have
other work. We have other work to do. Perfect.
Yeah, so we can do that tomorrow. You can ask it.
You ready?
I like it. I really like it. You do? I do. This is bad. Oops, sorry. Morning rising.
Oh.
Yes, I did. Morning rising. Yeah. Morning rising. Yes, that's good. Yeah, that's okay. What's your name? Where did we put it?
Dog in a what? It's called battle. I will come back. So we can tell that from dog.
I'm trying to think of that. The only place I can think of go would be outside somewhere.
Cover is using the same concept as using Driftwood, but I only able to get this unless it's a detail, but bring it and because of Driftwood. So that makes it and I have the system and finding the detail. Oh, that is so sorry. Yeah, could be one. Yeah, that is so. I'll be excited, but I'll say a few words. So, so that's, you know, it's a piece of that. But I know, last couple of weeks. Yes, this one. Yes. Yeah. That's not we make the actual piece of land. So, no, I'm saying, I probably have that. So the whole, so it was, I could adjust it, that's not a problem. That's the only thing that sticks up on. Yeah, we probably need that, that's no problem. All right, that's the city was pretty good. So, that would make a lot of sense. You could rotate this enough this way. Yes. That's good.
And what he fascinated me, rap. Gordon.
Actually, let me just give you okay. What happened is that exhibit started from here to go back, all the pieces that I started new for this exhibit. And no, these are the pieces that I'm talking about. These are all part of my, showing in the past, and these are pieces that I have, Thank you so much. See you on,
Right. You got that? Just come from Orlando?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you. Thanks again. We really appreciate it. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Three.
I just don't have.
Yeah, but you called better than me. It is. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Apparently, I can hug you, but if I hug them, I stay pussy. And I may not want to release that hug. Okay? No, that is that. So I'm saying things this time here, and I just know most of my work is actually I find a little of the beaches. From beach to beach. I haven't done a lot of looking at Driftwood for the last year too because people be looking at me, Cheddies gonna pull down, Cheddies doing this. I've been going probably other business.
Hey, en español. Ay, ay, ay. ¿Qué digo? Ok, vamos a ver.
This part was not spun because it was
En español. Y en inglés también.
So,
Ahora en inglés, en español, ok.
All I need to do is
Ok. De esto aquí, ok. Ok. Buenas noches. Mi nombre es Cristóbal. Ya, arrancó. Ok.
And it's going around. Well, this painting was
Ok.
guy.
En serio.
Guy now.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Cristóbal Mateo, soy de República Dominicana, trabajo con Cheddies, tengo ya aproximadamente 5 años, pero por ahí voy. Sí, por ahí voy. Sí, por ahí voy. Ah, usted me está entrevistando a mí. Ok. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Cristóbal Mateo, trabajo en esta compañía, tengo 5 años laborando en esta empresa. Para mí ha sido un regocijo trabajar con Cheddies Richardson. Aquí he aprendido muchas cosas gracias a su inteligencia y me ha capacitado para yo aprender aquí muchas cosas en esta compañía y le agradezco mucho.
Sí, y con Cheddies usted trabaja para 5 años.
5 años, 5 años.
Okay.
Sí.
En todo, ¿tú trabajas con este también?
No trabajo en esto, pero me desempeño en otras
¿En la
áreas.
compañía?
Sí.
Sí, ok.
Ya que hacemos diferentes trabajos.
Ok, está bien. ¿Y usted?
Ok. ¿Puedo hablar un poquito en inglés? A ver si puedo.
Ok. Okay, talk to me in English now.
Okay. My name Cristóbal Mateo. My name Cristóbal Mateo. I'm from Santo Domingo. I live Anguilla, 5 years live Anguilla. I work at Cheddies Richardson.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily work with the carving, but you work in the company. ¿Usted trabaja en la compañía? ¿Con qué?
Oh, soy
in English.
Mason.
Oh, you're a mason. So
Yeah.
you work in the construction part of it.
In the construction, yes.
Yes. ¿Con la pecenos también? ¿La pecena?
¿Con la persona?
La pecena.
Ah, ok. Trabajo en piscina también.
Okay.
I work the pool too.
Sí.
I work in the pool.
Okay. ¿Y te gusta trabajando con Cheddies?
Yeah. I come Anguilla. In the city, Santo Domingo. I never work the pool. I come Anguilla. I work the pool. Cheddies show me.
Usted aprende muy rápido.
Yeah.
Ok, mucho gusto.
Gracias.
Ok, de nada, gracias.
Arrégleme eso.
¿Ustedes trabajan? Sí. ¿Y cuántos años tienen trabajando aquí? Sí. ¿Y usted?
5 años.
5. ¿Y usted?
¿Cuántos meses? A ver, de agosto para cuánto es.
8 meses.
De agosto para acá.
Ok.
10
meses.
No, de agosto a diciembre son 4 meses. 8 meses.
8, ok. ¿Y cuánto tiempo usted tiene en Anguilla?
En Anguilla prácticamente 2 años.
¿Y usted?
5 años y 4 meses.
Okay. Pero usted.
6 pico. Sí, pues tenemos mucho tiempo viendo.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Tá lindo, né?
Una vez yo fui a una cosa que no cuenta que no se acuerda. Bueno, yo también canto ese
Hey, you ready for me? Yeah, Cheddy, I'm ready for you, love.
What I gotta say, man?
Well, I have the maestro here with me now.
Oh my God, who's the maestro here, man?
Right now, I
Oh
have
my
the
God.
maestro, the master carver.
Oh my God.
I have
Look at
Cheddy.
this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. Cheddy,
I put my glasses off. I put. You ready for me? Tell me, man.
All of us want to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah. We want to say congratulations to you on this milestone again, because we know that you did it before, and there's no one in Angola that does what you do. I don't see. I've been to many other Caribbean islands. I really haven't seen Driftwood done like this. You know, and it's all to you. Reading your bio and everything. You know, it's really beautiful for what you've created, and today is special for you. You know, I had never seen you so happy. You said it yourself.
Yeah, you know, I must say thanks to Almighty, because without Him, you know, it wasn't possible. I thought about doing an exhibit for the last couple of years, and it never happened. And this was just the right, perfect time for me to be able to do the exhibit. The time was right, but I was focused, and I'm happy to be able to create what I create for this show today. The pieces, I mean, I've fallen in love with, I would say, 99% of the pieces, because they all came out to a story that I can talk about and relate to. You know, so I mean, I can keep on going back to the same thing. I'm happy, man. I'm just happy for what is happening in the achievement for the day.
Yeah, I earlier on in the evening, you was going around with a youngster, and there was a piece, your first piece, that you carved. What was in your mind really? I know it's 35 plus years, but what was really like you thinking that caused you to carve that?
Yeah, what happened is that as a youngster, as a young man, you know, love art, have this gift, and just want to create something. I use driftwood as a base. The driftwood is all beautiful in its own natural state, and I sculpted birds and fish and used that to mount to the driftwood. And one day I saw this face in the driftwood, and I said, "Wow, could I make it happen?" And I sculpt the face from a driftwood to let just to know whether I'm on the right track or the wrong track. But people tend to like that face, and I hold on to it, and I keep on walking, and I felt that was a plus for me to be able to create something from driftwood that's already there. Just taking a piece of driftwood, making a sculpture that come alive, I would say, because I sculpt it, stain it for you as the viewer to be able to see it, you know. And I say that's what I'm really trying to explain to him, of that piece.
Yeah, as all of us were saying earlier, we go to the beach side, the shoreline, we see driftwood, we see it as firewood, but you see it as art. You know, that is
Man, I
just.
see it as gold. I see it as gold because driftwood is beautiful in its own. I mean, driftwood has its own twist, turn, curves. I mean, it's just beautiful. So anything that has a natural shape of being beautiful, I mean, you want to hold on to it. And what I'm doing is just sculpting parts of it so that the viewer can see what's already there. It's there.
Yes.
But I'm just sculpting parts of it and just using a stain and all to bring it out so that you can see it. You know, the gift from God be able to really give me that talent to sculpt it.
Yes.
But driftwood, I say, is actually is beautiful. You know, so anyone that, I'm not saying everybody going to take all of the driftwood and have it on their back. But driftwood, when you see the driftwood and you like it, just take it home. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
You know?
and you know one of the
And one of the
beauties.
things about it is original, you know.
Yes, I was about to say one of the beauties of your work is that there's no two pieces the same.
Well, how would you expect to get two pieces of driftwood the same?
And that is what makes the Driftwood so special. Every piece has its own image, have its own character. So um, that's it. Driftwood is just one of a kind.
Yes, it is, and but it's really remarkable because you've not just gone into driftwood, but you've also into bronze. You know,
What happened is that after sculpting pieces of driftwood and you can't reproduce it, because if you purchase a piece of driftwood sculpture from me and Mary see it or Paul see it, say, "Wow, I love it," and they come to me and want me to create it, I can't because each piece of driftwood is different. So I started to do a reproduction of some of these pieces in bronze. It's a little bit expensive, but that's the only way I could repeat some of the same pieces. But they are limited editions of 11 pieces. I never went beyond
in
that.
bronze.
So, in bronze.
Right.
So there'll be addition of 11 pieces more or less in bronze. And I say it's once in bronze, it's for life. It's special.
Yes, and I see you also use coral rocks.
Yeah, coral is natural. I mean, I try to work with all the natural things that you can find. Coral is beautiful when you find it and be able to create some sort of art from it, just like the driftwood. The difference between the coral and the driftwood is that the coral is very brittle. They cannot go to all the fine detail as you want to. But once you bring out that image of the sculpture and the coral, that's it. You know? So, and I say it's all of these pieces are unique in its own way. And I say coral and the sea stone is just pieces of stone that you find over the beach. But when you go beyond and cut it, you will see how beautiful that sea stone is. It looks like marble. So
Yes,
that's a plus.
It's going through. It's really, really amazing, and the creativity I see on your right. There's a piece of driftwood with some Ariba in it. Where did it came from?
Well, that's been a hype of being crazy. The driftwood of Dariba, it was a hole that was there. And I wanted to be exposed in a way that, what is it? And I just, picked up the rebar, went to it, and I said, this is where it's supposed to be. And I left it. And it's just a piece of driftwood that is, I say, been stained. Again,
But it's unique.
Unique, abstract.
That's it.
And,
As I came in, I was like,
yeah.
That's totally different,
Yeah.
Are you going to release him so we can talk to him, or you take
I would like to talk with you also.
Absolutely, but
Yes.
can I grab him now?
We're gonna wrap up just now, and then you take the mic after.
Oh, I'm not going to.
So one of the things that I want people to know is that this show is not just about me. I want to help, and coming on board and doing this show, trying to help young Bangladesh. People that anyone that have interest in art, who have a love for art, who have some little knowledge of art, I want to help them. And coming from September there about, I'm set by to be more free and have my time to where I can help people in the art. Helping them in a way where I can teach them the basics of sculpting, the details a bit, and then once they're able to know the basics, they'll be able to help themselves going forward. Angular need, that sort of, we need artists. We try to sell our beaches, we try to sell other stuff, but we have great food too, which we are selling, but artists are part of our culture.
Exactly.
And if we can have a few youngsters who be able to come on board and create art, it'd be a plus for all of us. And I wanted to say that is one of the things that I want to do going forward.
Cheddy, I'd never forget one time when I was back in the industry, one guest said, I'm going to Cheddies. And the response from a worker, oh, you're going to get art.
Mm-hmm.
And the face of that light up. Yes, I'm going to get art. And, this is art, on a different level.
Thanks, man. I love it. Gift from God, not just want to just go on and keep on creating. I got to give Almighty thanks for these hands of mine that are so precious. And I get up in the morning and give thanks because without him in these hands, there's no creation.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very thankful for that.
Yeah, Cheddy, I have to repeat this. I heard you make mention of a story of your mom. You get in trouble with your mom with the matches.
Yeah, what happened is that you being young and you know it probably was not a dream, but it was something that you want to do with guys of art. And we couldn't afford a lot of things. And using matchsticks was part of art and was making boats and so forth from matchstick. But one of the things my mother could not afford matches to use in the house. And I used to just pick them up. I get licks for it. But it was just that matchsticks was something that we felt was easy to get, easy access to.
Yeah, but I don't see that art.
That's gone, man. All
Yes.
that's gone. I mean, that's gone. You know, but I would bring this to this. One of the things that I thought about it for a bit, where I wanted to bring back some of the toys that we use as a youngster coming up. I wanted to try to create them because I actually built a lot of toys
I
for
built
my friends.
I built backhoes.
Okay.
I built what we call the trucks because my aunt, she was a seamstress, and we had the reels from the thread.
So we'll talk.
Yes.
So I'm actually looking at that, and we do this because I just as I get older, I'm thinking about going back to some of the things
Some
that
of our
we used to
basics,
do,
yes.
and let the youngsters know. Cheddy, my son, and he really doesn't know a lot of the things that we did as a youngster. But if we can get him involved a little bit and know what we did and going forward.
Yes. Yes. Cheddy, it was really nice talking to you. I know it was, you were very busy talking to the guests. I see there's one of the guests right now who is, trying to hustle us so that she can engage with you with the artwork here. We do all wish you all the success in the future because you're very talented and you have a lot to give to Anguilla. Again, from us here at Lloyd's Live, and I know from all of our fans, we do wish you all the best.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you for the short notice to come over and be part of us because I always know that by just calling you, you will come on board, and I really appreciate it. What you do for us, it's amazing. Thanks again. Wish you the best.
Yes.
God bless.
All right.
Okay.
Here, folks, we've been speaking there with Cheddies Richardson, the proprietor and the developer, the creator, the sculptor of all of this work that you're seeing here this evening. Again, thanks for viewing, thanks for sharing, thanks for your comments. As always, don't forget to like, follow, and share Lloyd's Live. With that, we are out.